What's up, guys? Angry Manduke here again, and what am I angry about? Well, I just got it done at the DMV. Please don't look at the mess in here because I'm actually about to clean, but I want to do this video before I clean.
Maybe something is fundamentally wrong.
I'm not angry about the DMV. What am I actually angry about? Cop blocks.
I get pissed off because of that.
Why would I be angry about cops? Well,
I'd rather have diarrhea.
generally, I like cops.
Isn't that weird?
Because, well, they're fighting the good fight. For the most part. Not the ones that are racially profiling, and not the ones that are messing with me.
I need my wiener to be erect for this.
This started, well, about the time my relationship started.
Very, very depressing.
It used to be. The cops wouldn't really mess with me. They knew what I was doing.
Just let your imagination take you wherever you want to go.
I worked at the gas station. When I worked at the gas station, I talked to most of them. They knew who I was. Most of them followed my YouTube. Some of them still do. I'd say thanks for this, but some of you guys are ones fucking with me.
I don't like being told where to go and what to do.
It seems to be that every time me and my girl are hanging out in places in town, and not even necessarily just in Millville, but it seems to be every time me and my girl are hanging out in places in town,
If she sees this, she's going to kill me for telling you.
we get messed with by the cops.
In a world where you have nothing better to do.
It started, there was a parking spot near her job where we were hanging out one night, and we were just hanging out cuddling before she went to work. We weren't doing anything inappropriate, and we weren't in the eyes of anyone else, and the idea was for it to be a secluded place where nobody was going to really mess with us, nobody was going to see us, and of course the cops had to see what I was doing because there was a bed in my truck.
Not to cock among them.
Well, of course they know there's a bed in my truck. They've seen these videos. They've seen my truck. We've talked about my truck, and it's obvious. In fact, we talked about the security system in my truck, and we've talked about a lot of things in my truck, and they know I'm a good dude with no criminal record. You know, they know that I'm not a creeper. They know a lot about me because I talk to the cops, because they're generally just
Pathetic.
people. So yeah, these guys wanted to give us a hard time, so they couldn't park there.
Park anywhere, that's me.
Even though I see other people parking there, and I never see anybody having a problem except me. And then, you know, we went to the Mars River Bluffs, and we were hanging out there one night. Well, we got bothered by a cop there
Meeting them head on, charging right into him like a bull.
because it's private property, but if anything, me being in that spot was actually deterring people from doing drugs there and doing donuts there, which is what they were worried about people doing. If I was doing donuts in my truck there, you would freaking know because this ain't a little truck.
Have you ever driven a V8?
I would have huge donuts, not little car stuff, not front-wheel drive cars with their e-brakes pulled. No, this is a big-ass truck with a big-ass V8. I'd have throw stones everywhere.
It's unbelievable to have this kind of power.
But that's not what I'm into doing. I'm not into beating the shit out of my truck. That's not what I was there for. In fact, I think that night we were...
Just let your imagination take you wherever you want to go.
And they just wanted to interrupt that.
Just for the sake of discovery, that's amazing!
Twice, actually. And then the next night we were at the boat ramp, and apparently you're not allowed to be there either unless you have a fishing license, which I think is bullshit because I've stayed there before and I never had any problems, but now because the cops have nothing better to do, they kicked us out of there.
And it teaches you so many things.
That night, good thing they showed up when they did, because they would have seen some things that I didn't want them to see. However, we were playing chess when they showed up. In fact, we had just got back from having dinner, and they tried to say that it was the night before. Well, it wasn't. Fact is, they're only messing with me now because I got a girl. Then, the next time a cop messed with us, granted, we actually probably shouldn't have been doing it where we were.
Let me tell you a secret.
You're not allowed to live in a vehicle anywhere on the Avalon Island, which, you know, I didn't know. I just was there doing my thing, and, you know, at least that cop was fairly decent. You know, he let me, you know, pack my stuff up and go. I don't get why every time I have a confrontation with the cops, they gotta check my license even if they had just checked it an hour ago. What the hell is gonna change between an hour?
They even got the van.
If I didn't have any fines an hour ago, I'm not gonna have any fines now if you didn't give me any fines. And if you did give me fines, well, then don't I have to go through the court system in order to incur such fines?
Holy crap, he's right.
And so long as they're up to date and I'm paying on things, then you can't do anything about it anyway. And I'm not the kind of guy to let things go because I don't need warrants because I get cops messing with me for no reason.
That's how we grow as people.
Then we come to the last time the cops messed with us, which was actually down at the Bear Island. We stopped in a parking lot to cook dinner because my girl's diabetic, and actually I told the cop that, and he was actually really cool about it and let us finish and be on our way. He could have had better timing.
Because it's big and we're afraid of it.
You know, it is what it is. I would have offered him some of the food if because we did have a little bit of leftovers, but he was more worried about, you know, being on his way and doing whatever it is that he does, which is probably next to nothing once he chases everybody out of the park. Yeah, I'm just angry with the cops because ultimately they didn't mess with me until I started hanging out with a chick in my van, and now that I got a chick and she hangs out in my van, there must automatically be a problem. I think they're looking for a show.
Not my fault this is happening.
But they're not gonna get one, so
If it's fuck you or fuck me, yeah, it's fuck you.
anyway, guys, if you like this and you want to see what else I'm angry about, you can go ahead and check out some of these videos here. Or if you want to see some of the adventures that I've been on with my girl, you can go ahead and check out these videos here. As always, you want to like the video, you want to subscribe, and you want to pick yourself up an Angry Manduke t-shirt. They're fun for the whole family, and everybody's going to want to know what you're angry about. So, thanks for watching. I'll see all my friends later, and I'll see you cops never.